was able to come in person, and I really wanted to do this speech, and I wrote the best I could, and I wanted to turn it in, and I am pretending right now, since it's virtual, I'm making eye contact with all of you. So this is my persuasive speech. And before I start the video I have, I decided to do my paper on the lack of any sidewalks with added Santa Fe trails, bus stops for increased Santa Fe trails, bus routes, a very real need here in this community for the elderly, disabled, and those lacking their own vehicles. So it's only a couple of minutes, and then I will continue to explain why I decided to do this paper, persuasive speech, on this subject matter, this topic. Right.
You're just in the dirt. Well, and isn't that weird? The bus station is just right there.
Like,
Do they go down to that at all?
Nope.
Why not? I never knew they didn't have bus stops.
I just think about that.
No. Well, they should, because if you're, like, you have your walker,
Right.
you don't want to go up there.
Right.
I mean, they need to take things like that into consideration for people that really could use it closer. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think, what's her name, Jerry? I think she was walking up that way one day and she fell. And she said no one really stopped to help her. I know if eventually somebody did.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm sure life is so hard.
Right.
You know, and it gets harder as you get older.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of people here that don't have vehicles.
Yeah.
If you have a vehicle, it's not a problem, but if you don't, then it's a major issue.
Yeah. People don't usually think about the person that doesn't have a car, you know.
So would either of you be for, if I was to try and write this paper, for more sidewalks with bus stops?
Yeah, they should.
Especially over here, this is a big apartment complex. There's
Yes, it
people
is.
that don't have cars, so what do?
Well, I'm glad to see when I write my paper, I can include supporters that would support an idea of sidewalks and bus stops. Thank you.
Did they say to do anything like a letter to the editor?
I should, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm sure life is so hard.
Right.
You know, and it gets harder as you get older.
So, and the reason I decided to write this is not just for the people in my community, but others here like me. Because like she was saying, there was a lady that had tripped and fallen because there's no sidewalks and it's so rocky and gravelly and unwalkable for those of us that don't have a car. And I even was struggling when I got dropped off at Agua Fria and then tried to walk it home and realized, oh my God, I can't walk all this by myself. Partially the way, halfway to Casa Rufino Apartments, I'm calling, texting my son, saying, please come help me. I can't walk the rest this way. There's no bus stops, no sidewalks, walking in the street basically. So, imagine, if you will, living in a residential community without a vehicle, no transportation from Santa Fe Rides without booking it days in advance, and not knowing any other way you could go to the grocery store last minute, because when you realize your teenage son has already left your fridge and freezer empty again. So whether or not you have your own transportation, there's always a chance that you could experience facing Murphy's Law moments. That's when, the point in time when anything that could go wrong does go wrong. There's always the Santa Fe Trails bus if you have access to that. And then the installation of new sidewalks and the expansion of Santa Fe Trails bus routes with new stops are aimed at improving the overall experience of commuters and increase the accessibility and safety of public transportation in the region. The project they have in mind that's been discussed in a reconstruction of Henry Lynch Road from Rufina Street to Agua Fria Street. The intersection of Henry Lynch Road with Agua Fria Street will be redesigned as a roundabout. And just from my personal experience, I've heard about all the places in the ways they change the streets and put in roundabouts, and it doesn't make anything any easier. All roadways, drainage, pedestrian, and bicycle facilities like sidewalks will be redesigned and brought up to improve current low standards. Lighting, signage, and stripping will be improved. Lighting, signing, and stripping will be improved. For anyone not knowing what stripping is in this context, stripping is a specific type of pavement distress where the asphalt loses its ability to hold it all together, a problem that can affect the overall structure and performance of the roads. The Henry Lynch Road portion of the Henry Lynch Road portion of the project is approximately 60% complete, which I live there on Henry Lynch Road, and have yet to see that come to fruition. A virtual public meeting for Henry Lynch Road was held on November 30th, 2022, but unfortunately I just moved here in 2023. The current dates and timeframes are as follows, and in the schedule but are subject to benefit the current dates and timeframes are as follows and in the schedule, but are subject to change as the project progresses. And really, I hope it doesn't be postponed or put off or change any more than it already has. And so if you could please, I urge you to write your representatives. It's a real need, very, very real. And I have some of the plans that are scheduled. I will post it more clearly where you guys can see it. And it runs from spring 2025 to late spring 2025 to early summer 2025 to early fall 2025, fall 2025, fall 2025, late fall 2025, and then there's a bid evaluation and recommendation of award in December 2025. And those are the sites I've listed where I received this information, and hope this is beneficial to you all. Hopefully we will get more roads and sidewalks, roads completed, sidewalks completed, and bus stops where I live here in Agua Fria. Please don't forget to urge your representatives to try and contact those in the Santa Fe County and Santa Fe City about this issue, so it would benefit all of us. Thank you so much, and I really wish I could be there in person. Thank you all. Bye.